welcome or welcome back. My name is Nelly and today we're going to talk about 2023 goals and reflect on 2022. I do want to say that I do apologize if you hear any background noise. I have my toddler right here next to me and he is just playing with his dinosaurs, so if you hear any background noise, that's exactly what it is. I'm really excited to make this video. I've been thinking about it for so long and you're probably wondering why I'm posting it so late. It's probably the second week of January that I'm posting this, but to be honest, I just got back to work because I was on maternity leave for 4 months. I have not had any time to make this video or sit down and film this video. I'm mostly making this video for accountability purposes because I am such a goal-oriented person, and if I tell somebody, or the internet especially, what my goals are, then I'm more likely to follow through on them. Now, I know I'm not going to accomplish every single one of my goals. It'd be nice if I did, but hopefully I get at least really close to it. I do tend to overwhelm myself and just add way too much stuff on my plate because honestly, I'm just insane. I want to do all the things all the time, but the biggest thing this year, and I'll talk about it a little bit later, my word of the year is balance, because I really need to work on that. I am horrendous at balancing work, life, family, all the things. It's just, oh my goodness. Honestly, like, it's a work in progress. Every single day is different and I'm trying so hard to take it one day at a time, but I'm not good at it, really not good at it. So I got my handy dandy iPad here because I have all my notes written on here and how I reflected. First thing I do with goal setting is I love reflecting, because reflecting, it sets you in the mood. The best way to reflect for me is journaling. That can be in any kind of form. I typically journal right on my planner. If you've seen any of my Plan With Me videos, my monthly Plan With Me videos, you'll see that I do the monthly reflection and then I set the goals right after. That's what I did for this year and for setting goals this year. And honestly, this is the first time that I've been more intentional with setting my goals and like actually reflecting on them and writing it down for the year. Let's see how this goes. So you really don't have to be a big journaler person or a journaling person. You can do whatever it is that you want, but I highly recommend just reflecting back on 2022. That way it sets you up for setting up these really good goals for 2023 and just being more realistic. All right, so I'm gonna tell you the journal prompts that I used when I was reflecting on my 2022 year. The first one is, what is the most important goal I achieved this year? What were the biggest challenges of the year? What were the highlights of each month? Which is really cool to go through, especially like I take a lot of pictures. Like I mentioned, I have kids. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-month-old, and I take a ton of pictures. I love the iPhone feature where you can just go month by month. Like this year, 2022 was so a lot. I was pregnant. It wasn't my best pregnancy. Completely emotional the first half of the year. If you go back to my YouTube videos, you'll see, or even Instagram, you'll see that there's a huge gap between December 2021 till like April or May of 2022. I had like 5 months where I just was not consistent with my business. I was not posting, was completely unmotivated. It was the beginning of like my pregnancy as well. It's just a lot. It's really good to like reflect on that because I am now in a completely different mindset than I was in the beginning of 2022, which is, it's amazing to see the growth. That's why I love reflecting, because it shows the growth and just where you started, where you're at now, and where you want to go. Highly recommend. Next journal prompt is, what did you start doing this year? What did you stop doing this year? This is very similar to the monthly reflections that I have in the Thrive Planner, where I have a section where it's like what you want to continue doing, stop doing, and start doing in the new month. So really good to do for a yearly reflection. And then for 2023, I also added some journal prompts to go into 2023. The first one is, what would my daily routine look like? One of my biggest goals for 2023 is to really get a good, solid morning routine down. It is difficult with an infant or with young kids in general. I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels that way. The biggest thing for me is just trying to get up earlier so that I can have some kind of morning routine before everybody else wakes up, you know? But that means that I would have to be up maybe like around 5:30, which, you know, some people is like, okay, like that's not that early. But for me, with someone who has to wake up in the middle of the night and breastfeed, like that's early. The next journal prompt for 2023 I wrote down is, what do I want to do this year to feel fulfilled? What a great freaking question. Like, get it, girl. By the way, I actually looked up a lot of these questions. I use Pinterest and Google a lot. I looked up a lot of these questions, and whatever questions kind of resonated with me is what the ones that I wrote down and journaled on them. What new things do I want to try this year? And then the last one is, how do I want to improve the relationships in my life this year? Another huge goal of mine is to improve my relationship, especially with my partner. It's hard when, well, it's not hard. It's challenging after having kids to have that time with your partner and to grow your relationship because you are so focused on the kids. We have to remind ourselves that we have to make time for our partners too, because our relationship matters as well. That's another big goal of mine and why I chose that question to reflect on for 2023. The next thing I did, and as you know or may not know, because I'm not sure if you're new to this channel or not, I kind of do like a lot, like I mentioned before. But I love making vision boards, and I made my yearly vision board. I'm very much a person that likes to do things digitally. I don't like notebooks and papers and stuff. But then I got into reading this past year, and I love paperback books. I freaking love books. So I'm gonna take that back. I know in a lot of videos I've mentioned that I'm like paper-free girl, like you'll never find paper in my house, but no, that's a lie now. I did make my vision board on my iPad like I do every single month, and I absolutely love it. I did screen record it. I know that if I would have done all of these things in this one video, this video would have been extremely long. So I'm not gonna share with you the answers that I have for my reflection prompts, although I shared a little bit. For the vision board, I'm just gonna show you the screen recording. So based on my goals for 2023, I essentially grabbed a few images off the internet, mainly on Pinterest, that resonated with that goal that I wanted. So a lot of my goals are continuing to eat healthy because I am on a wellness journey. I am trying to shed a lot of unwanted weight, trying to lose weight essentially, and I'll post a picture here of my progress that I did from August to December. I am so proud of myself, so I'm gonna continue that journey because it just makes me feel so much better when I'm eating healthier. It's just an amazing lifestyle all around. Another thing I added was Marc Jacobs tote bag. I've been wanting that bag for so freaking long, and now that I'm back to work and I have to go into the office a couple days a week, like I want that tote bag. I know there's so many other tote bags out there, and it's not a need at all. It's just something I want because I'm releasing so much weight. I really have to update my wardrobe because a lot of my clothes don't even fit me anymore, which is a good thing. So that more so shows like an update of my wardrobe, just adding more pieces to my wardrobe that make me happy or that make me want to put them on. I don't want to be in sweatpants all the time. I love leggings. I love athleisure. I can't wear athleisure when I go to work. So I really want to work on more business casual clothing and just, you know, when you look good, you feel good. Some other things I put in there is a 5-minute journal. I want to really have a good solid morning routine. Now I did add the Aura ring, the picture of an Aura ring. I do already have one and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. The reason why I added it on there is because I want to continue to work on my recovery and my sleep. Like, you just don't know how much your sleep affects literally every single aspect of your life. Like, it is insane. It is important. If you want to lose weight, you need to sleep. If you want to think better, you need to sleep. Sleep is so important. So I love my ring. It is my recovery tracker. The piggy bank, obviously, one of my goals every year is always to save money. I need to save. I want to save more and spend less this year. Let's see how that goes. Now, one thing that I don't have on here is books. I don't know why I didn't put books on here, but I do have a goal of reading 75 books this year. I read 40 something between August and December, and I read that many books because I had the time, because again, I was on maternity leave, but it was literally the best experience ever. So my goal this year is 75 books, and I know I'm gonna do it. I also have a picture of an airplane because we do have a lot of vacations and travel plans this year that I'm so excited about. So freaking excited. We have lots of travel plans, and of course skincare, because that's also something part of my wellness journey that I've been working on. And last thing I put on there, or that you'll notice, is that I wrote the word balance because that is my word of the year, and I wanted to make that the main focus and I wanted it on my vision board. After making this on Canva, I actually uploaded it, and it is now the background of my MacBook, which is, oh, it makes me so happy when I see it. And then I'm also adding it to my vision board on my Thrive Planner as well. The last thing I did within my Thrive Planner, I went to the goals section and I wrote down my 2023 goals, of course. This year, I decided to be a little bit more creative, and so I wrote down 23 goals for 2023, and I separated it into different categories in that spread. First category was physical health, and I wrote down that I want to reach my weight loss goal, which I'm so close to it, so freaking close. I continue my healthy lifestyle and never look back, because like, this has been so much work, but it has been so freaking worth it. I am so happy. My last goal is to run a 5K. Like, I'm not a runner, but I wanted to put this on there because I want something to look forward to, because I am starting to get back into a workout routine as well. I really want to run a 5K. I've never ran a 5K. I don't know, we'll see. The next category, mental health. I want to plan a self-care day once per month. I just need it. I need it as a mom of two. You need that time, you need that day, you need it. You just need it. Simple as that. Next thing, spiritual health, is consistent journaling routine. I have wanted to do this for so long, and it's just, I haven't been consistent. I do it, but I haven't been consistent, if that makes sense, obviously. For personal growth, I want to try to read one nonfiction book per month. I used to be all about nonfiction books, but then recently as I started reading again, I just love fiction books. I love just being transported to another world. I know the value that nonfiction books brings, and I have read nonfiction books even just recently. I have amazing nonfiction books. I just want to try to read at least one per month. We'll see how that goes. Going back to the morning routine, I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing for me this year, is to really get that down, is listen to a podcast during my morning routine. All right, under travel, I want to organize travel arrangements for my family early, because I hate leaving things for the last minute. I really do. I am such a planner person. Obviously, I have a whole planner business. I need to be more organized with that. Like, I have a vision of what I want to do to get ready for traveling, and I need to follow through with that. That's my goal for travel, and of course, just to have fun. Under financial, I want to save at least $10,000 this year. I want to pay off 10% of my student loans, which, do not come at me with this. I know there's something in the works with the government. We still don't know what the heck is going on. They need to figure their stuff out, but that's my goal. And then I also want to finish the year with 0 credit card debt. That's a goal of mine every single year. I use my credit cards throughout the month, and then I pay them off, and then I just want to go into a new year with a 0 balance on my credit cards, which is something that I do already. All right, for my career, I do work a 9-to-5 job, so you get bonuses every quarter based on our performance. I want to earn the max bonus all 4 quarters. That would be super dope, super amazing. DDIGISPACE, my goodness, I can't believe it. For DDIGISPACE, I wrote a few different goals. One of the biggest ones, and this is something I've been working on for 2 years, is I want to finish my freaking website. I want to finish the website. The next one is have 1K YouTube subs, which we're so close to 1K, which is crazy. So that's what I want to do, and that's my goal for the year, which I know I should reach higher, but like, I'm being realistic. I know I'm not consistent on YouTube. I know I'm not. I just gotta be realistic, you know? Any growth is still growth. And then I want to collaborate with a brand. I have been getting some inquiries, and I would love to collaborate with the brand, at least one brand this year. That would be super cool. For my other, because I do so many things. I want to have multiple streams of income, which is why I do so many different things. I do have a coaching career as well, and I just want to grow my clientele with that. For my home, I want to complete my entryway decor. I just want to make my home feel more like a home, and there are some things that I need to continue to do to make it feel that way. The kids' room is a whole project. I want to decorate a reading nook. I really want to create a reading nook, just a space that I can just go and just sit and read. I would love to do that. Make over my bookshelf, which is another goal of mine. For pure joy, I want to update my wardrobe, like I mentioned earlier. I want some new clothes. I want to, look good, feel good kind of thing. and it just makes me feel good. These are just things that make me feel good. Pure joy, right? In terms of friends and family, I want to plan more family get-togethers. This past year, I did have an uncle that passed away. It's sad that a tragedy like that really opens up your eyes to spending more time with family and the importance of that. I really want to make an effort to do that. In terms of community, I'm not really out in my physical community as much. I used to do a lot of community service when I was in high school. I'm more so talking about like my social media community, you know, my online community. I wanted to continue to spread positive messages and health through social media. Something, again, been on this wellness journey, and I just love spreading the health and wealth of health, if that makes sense. I'm crazy. And then in terms of marriage / partner, one huge goal that I have, super important, is to have at least one outing with my partner every single month. We've already talked about this. We already got a plan for January. Like, that is just something that we have to do every single month, because we just need to continue working on ourselves. You need to continue, like, relationships take work, especially after having kids. So those are my 23 goals for 2023. I loved writing this stuff down. I loved putting it on my planner. It's just a nice and amazing way to just keep it there and for me to reference throughout the year. You will see a video very soon after this is posted about me setting up my digital planner for 2023. Again, I do apologize for the lateness of this video. It's like the second week of January and I'm putting this up, but it is what it is. Like, that is reflecting on 2022 and creating 2023 goals. I hope that you take the time to do this as well. It is extremely fulfilling and satisfying to see and to write all these things down. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.